Hi friends, in our last video we learned how to solve reading comprehension questions. Today we are going to see about direction and distance related problems. This chapter is an easiest one to score marks in the civil service aptitude test, so we will see how to solve them. In this video we will see three types of questions: direction based problems where you have to find the angle, and finally displacement related problems. Right? Let's move on to our first topic, direction based problems. In this type of questions you have to just find the direction, that's all. Let's see our first example. Consider the following statements. There are 6 villages A, B, C, D, E and F. F is 1 kilometer to the west of D. Okay, now what you have to do, draw the direction map. North, east, west and south, right? So F is 1 kilometer to the west of D. So F is 1 kilometer to the west of D. So F is 1 kilometer to the west of D. Now what you have to do, find the statements which is related to F and D. It will be easy for you to draw the map. So A is 2 km to the north of E. D is 1 km to the south of A. D is 1 km to the south of A. So D is 1 km to the south of A. A is 2 km to the north of E. A is 2 km to the north of E. So A is 2 km to the north of E. So A is 2 km to the north of E. B is 1 km to the east of E. B is 1 km to the east of E. So which 3 villages are in the same line? A, D and E. So this is the right answer. Moving on to the next example. A man walks down the backside of his house straight 25 meters, then turns to the right and walks 50 meters again. Then he turns towards left and again walks 25 meters. If his house faces to the east, what is its direction from the starting point? Again, draw the direction: north, east, west and south. So let's consider, here is his house. Which is facing towards east, right? So he is walking backside of his house straight 25 meters and turns to the right. So when he walks like this, he will turn right like this. Right? And walks 50 meters again. And then he turns towards left and again walks 25 meters. If his house faces to the east, what is his direction from the starting point? So here is his house which is facing towards east. So we have to find the direction. North, west. Am I right? He is in the northwest direction. The next type is direction based problems where you have to find the angle. For this type of questions you have to find the angle like 45 degree northwest or 45 degree southwest from the starting point. Let us see some examples. Read the questions. A woman runs 12 km towards her north and 6 km towards her south and then 8 km towards her east. In which direction is she from her starting point? Draw the direction: north, east, west and south. So let us take this as her starting point. She runs 12 km towards her north, 12 km towards her north, and then 6 km towards her south. So she is here now, and then 8 kilometers towards her east, 8 km towards her east. In which direction is she from her starting point? So totally this is 12 km, right? So this is 12 km. She ran again 6 km to the south. So 6 km and 6 km. Now what you have to do, if this length and this length is same, she will be perfectly in 45 degree, right? But now she is here, which means she is in an angle which is less than 45 degree, right? She is in an angle less than 45 degree north of east. So this is the right answer. Next example, a man walks 5 km to the north. Then after taking rest, he again walks 5 km to the north. Then he returns 5 km to the south, takes left and walks 3 km to the east. Where is he now from his starting point? Draw the direction: north, east, west and south. So let us take this as his starting point. He walks 5 km to the north. Then after taking rest, he again walks 5 km. Then he returns 5 km to the south. So he is here now and takes left and walks 3 km to the east. 3 km to the east. So again check the distance: 5 km and 3 km. So if he is in the 5th kilometer, he will be directly in the 45 degree. But he is in the 3rd kilometer. So he is more than 45 degree to the north of east. More than 45 degree to the north of east. Right? This is the right answer. Let us see about this last type, displacement related problems. For this type of questions, you have to remember only one formula from the Pythagoras theorem. H square is equal to p square plus b square. That is, hypotenuse the whole square is equal to perpendicular the whole square plus base the whole square. Let me explain you. If there is a triangle like this slanting portion of the triangle is hypotenuse and this is perpendicular, this is base, right? So when you use the formula, you have to do like this: hypotenuse the whole square is equal to perpendicular the whole square plus base the whole square. We will see some examples and you will understand when and how to use this formula. Read the example. A person climbs a hill in a straight path from point O on the ground in the direction of northeast and reaches a point A after traveling a distance of 5 km. Then from the point A, he moves to the point B in the direction of northwest. Let the distance AB be 12 kilometer. Now how far is the person away from the starting point O? Draw the direction north, east, west and south. So let us take 0 here. He is moving to the direction of northeast, right, northeast, and reaches the point A after traveling a kilometer of 5 kilometer. After traveling a distance of 5 kilometer, then he moves to the point B in the direction of northwest. Let the distance between A and B be 12 kilometer. Now how far is he from the starting point O? As I said, the slanting portion is hypotenuse, this is perpendicular, and this is base. So what is the formula? H square is equal to P square plus B square. Now we have to find H. OB is equal to perpendicular the whole square. So OB the whole square is equal to 12 the whole square plus 5 the whole square. 12 12s are 144 plus 25 is equal to 169. So therefore OB square is equal to 169. Now what you have to do, find the value for OB square. You have to find the value from the statements here. Which of these numbers square is equal to 169? So 7 7s are 49, this is the wrong answer. 13 13s are, I think this is the right answer. 13 13s are 9 3 3 and 1, yes, 169. Yes, therefore OB is equal to 13 kilometer. Therefore this person is 13 kilometer away from his starting point. Right? Let's move on to the next example. P, Q and R are 3 towns. The distance between P and Q is 60 kilometer, whereas the distance between P and R is 80 kilometer. Q is in the west of P and R is in the south of P. What is the distance between Q and R? Again, draw the direction north, east, west and south. So Q is in the west of P. R is in the south of P. What is the distance between Q and R? So distance between P and Q is 60 kilometer. Distance between P and R is 80 kilometer. We have to find the distance between Q and R. Again, as per the formula, H square is equal to P square plus B square. So hypotenuse is equal to QR. QR the whole square is equal to P perpendicular 80 the whole square plus base 60 the whole square. So 8 8s are 64, 6400 plus 636, 3600 is equal to 10,000. So QR square is equal to 10,000. As I said, you have to find the value for QR square from the numbers given here. Which of these numbers square is equal to 10,000? So we can directly say 100 kilometer. So QR is equal to 100 kilometer, because 100 square is equal to 10,000, right? So distance between Q and R is equal to 100 kilometer. I hope now you understood how to solve the direction and distance related questions. With this, we are concluding this video. You will get the practice questions on the topic which we saw today in our Telegram channel at Labasana Dreams Official. Practice them, and if you have any doubt, drop them in the comment section. In our next class, which is on Saturday, we will see another interesting and important topic for CSAT. Take care and see you in the next video.